Thank you very much, Patreon gang. Big up, big time, Styley.
So, Brad, I found this book and it's really interesting. Whoa! Hello? Who are you?
Oh, me? I'm the evil you from a different timeline.
There's absolutely no way that's the truth, right? I mean, if you're me, then what class do you mean?
What do I mean? Well, of course, there's only one answer.
Retribution Paladin.
Oh my god! What's up gamers, it's TreesapJake here with yet another video, and today's video is one that I think is very important if you're an Elemental Shaman and you're wanting to be useful going into 3s or 2s. Now, at the minute, Elemental Shaman are not, they don't tend to be the main target depending on which comp you're going. If you're in a comp where you've got a more sort of killable target, like maybe like a monk or maybe like a mage or a warlock, your ability then is to essentially peel for your teammates. And what I'm going to be going over is essentially our intro setup into games against double melee or just melee in general as Ellie Mage, and then how I tend to peel and how I tend to sort of like be useful and what I'm sort of thinking throughout the games that may help you going forwards with dealing with, you know, comps like this, and it's going to be hopefully very useful for you. I've also added in a bonus clip as well, and at the end where I think we play essentially the setup very, very well into a double melee where we just decided to basically destroy the healer instead, and I think that might be useful as just a tactic change, so that'll be a little bonus clip at the end. But let's get stuck into it. So what we talked about before the game started was essentially what we wanted to open with. Now, how we tend to do this is very, very simple. I am the attraction. I am the light to the flies, the buzzing flies of the double melee. So what happens is the double melee will come to me. As I'm the only target that's up, they want to smonk, they want to get in there and they want to hit you. Essentially, I just sit there. I don't flame shock them. I don't do anything like that. I just frost shock, purge, everything like that until we're ready. Then, as they gather up on me, the mage comes out, stealth, dragon breath, double DB. They both get stunned there. Now, this is the reason why I don't want to flame shock, because the flame shock is still on there and it can break the dragon's breath with your tick, especially if you're playing, you know, Skybreakers, for example, where the crit is a bit higher and the flame shocks do hit a bit harder. You want to basically not flame shock them. They can double DB into a cap stun totem, and then you sheep one of them. In this instance, we want to go for the healer, so we're going to lasso the healer and pop combustion. If you weren't doing that, what you would do instead is, for example, you'd rake stun the healer into a cyclone from your druid here. We'd get the full poly from the off target from our mage, and then I would lasso the kill target and we pop combust. One of those guys are going to trinket. Eventually, maybe all of them will trinket, and if all of them trinket, that means next combust we can win very easily, and that's what you tend to cycle through with Ellie Mage. So let's just play the clip and we'll talk through it. So it's obviously slowed down, and I'm just gonna walk through. So I'm here. I'm obviously on my mount still. I want to purge here. I just want to purge them, and that's the main thing. And then I'm just slowing, just chilling. Mage is next to me. You get the double DB, put down the cap stun totem, and I lasso instantly. And then in this instance, we are just popping Combust and popping our Convoke just to get damage out. And what we do is we get Trinket, Sack from the Paladin, and I believe we get Pain Suppression from the Priest. Now we just want to chill. So this is the main thing here. So I unfortunately get feared, and then I get knocked here from the Dispel. So I'm a bit far away. Not much you could have done with that. I could have tried to run away from the Priest, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I want to slow now, Frost Shock. I want to just make sure I get anything. I'm trying to get the Hex out onto the Monk because there's a lot of damage. I put the grounding down as well to try and stop the Hodge. Sometimes happens you get stray Hodge because he hasn't used it yet. Mind Games goes off, we get full sheep on the Priest, and now I just want to hit the Ret Paladin. So Ret Paladin is a good target, Monk is also a very good target, so you can just hit all of them and just see how it goes. Shield of Vengeance comes up. My big point of peeling on this one is I want to lasso it. I want to make sure I got a lasso out on that so that it basically breaks really, really far away, because obviously the mage is hitting it as well, so we just want to chill. And then I just want to kind of refresh my flame shocks. In Ellie Mage, you will have a lot of your flame shocks get rid of, so my suggestion would be to play Elemental Equilibrium at this stage because it's a pretty big one. So what we do here is we get the Shackle on me. I'm totally fine. I'm just going to heal through it. I'm going to get into the spell anyway. So the main thing is I just want to try and get a Hex out on some of the targets just so we can basically reduce the damage that's coming out. One of the big things is that I also have the Crippling Hex, so when you come out of a Hex, they have 10% less damage. This is the big cooldowns from the Brett, so you want to wall high, because they can destroy you. I've had them turn around and kill me before. So the ret's on me, I wall, it forces them to go back towards my mage, which is fine. So we're chilling, and then we just polymorph him. I get knocked again, it was a pretty bad knock, so we're fine. This is an insane sheep. I want to press cap totem off it, so I get a triple cap totem on them. We get a full cyclone on the monk, and that's all of their cooldowns gone, and we swap onto the healer as well. So very, very easy. So now I'm just hitting the monk for a bit, putting out some damage. I'm just chilling, and I lasso on a jump off here, just so that we can't get interrupted, no kicks or anything like that from the ret paladin, but we get the full damage out. And we're just kind of doing this to reduce them to low health. So at this stage, you know, we can do anything. It's either the monk or the paladin can die. Paladin hasn't used bubble yet, I don't think. So there's no need for us to go on the paladin, but the monk is taking the damage. I want to kick the mind games here. Really important you focus on kicking mind games as much as possible. Again, our mage jumps off after the blink. After the frost nova, which is really, really good. This is monk cooldowns as well, so I'm thinking, what do you want to do? I'm trying to get damage out onto the ret paladin to counter pressure here. We got the full cyclone and everything else onto the monk as well on his cooldowns. We get sheep as well. This is really, really good. He gets dispelled. Not much I can do here. I'm trying to think of basically trying to get hex out, but I don't think I can do. I flame shock him anyway. Maybe we swap to the priest at this point, or thinking about it, but it's essentially figuring out what essentially we want to do here. So again, you see the peels are really good, peeling them on everything. I hex the ret now so that I can essentially get a full lasso out, but I'm gonna get kicked. Unfortunately, I couldn't really go too far away, otherwise the lasso would end prematurely, but at least we get some damage out and we've got combust. We get sack out, so again, they're not doing too much damage. It's very hard to kill this priest at the minute because of all the cooldowns and the off healing as well is kind of big, but we're just kind of tunneling the paladin here, and I think tunneling paladins is a very, very good job because it really reduces the pressure they do, because they have to worry. See, we get bubble now. They have to bubble. They have to do other bits and pieces. They have to do other, you know, they have to try and basically figure out a way to kind of survive. They have to use holy power to heal themselves, especially if they're healers in CC. So there we go. I try to ground the Hodge again. I failed. Doesn't always happen, but we get full polymorph on that guy. I slow the monk as he comes off. My druid jumps back up to me. Unfortunately, they get the leg sweep onto my mage, but he trinkets, which is fine, perfectly fine. The fear comes. I couldn't pre-tremor, so I trinket tremor. That's totally fine. Needed to do that. They unfortunately get the mind games off, but we just kick it a little bit too late. I lasso the ret down here to try and reduce the damage, kind of reduce how much he's going on. We've got nice little entangling roots on Zuen, which is really important. I try to go to hex on the monk as well to try and reduce the pressure on my mage, but again, we get full ring regardless, so this is really, really good. We're actually very much chilling here. Maybe I can get a hex up onto the priest. Again, I need to be careful. No need to worry about the double leg sweep here because it is off. It will be coming up soon though. So I just need to be making sure that I'm kind of in the right position. Positioning very important, guys. Positioning very important. So we've done a lot of peeling here. Earthbind's up again, so I can put Earthbind up. We're thinking about moving on to the priest here. I put down the cap totem to try and basically double stun them so we can get some CC out, but it's just kind of reducing the damage here in essence. We get pain suppression. This is very, very good. We can swap onto another target now. I'm thinking it's probably the ret paladin. I want to purge the ret paladin as well because he had PI up on himself. I'm putting down Earthbind as well, so Earthbind's over here. So if they want to move back this way, they have to really go through it. Monk's also been in a few things. I'm now slowed as well. The slows are coming out. They're trying to swap. This is the paladin cooldowns now. I lasso the paladin cooldowns. I fake. He ends up trinketing and we get rid of the kick, so I can get a full hex up onto him now. That's reduced damage when he comes out of this. And basically what we want to do is we want to swap onto the monk now. We also use altar, so we are perfectly fine. We do get a full sheep on the onto the priest and the resheep. This is a lot of damage that comes out. Maybe we can kill in this instance, and I think we do. And that's that. Yeah, a lot of burst damage. It's just a bit too late for the priest in our full CC chain. But as you can see, pretty much very simply put, a lot of swaps, we have a lot of peels. As long as we can get kicks out of the way and just sort of like focus on essentially swapping hexes and polys and cyclones around, we have a lot to stop the pressure, especially on the big goes where they're obvious. The problems that you do have and the problems that you will probably find when you're queuing on the ladder is the randomly getting one shot, especially by monk damage and especially by paladin damage. It can be a bit nuts. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for us, this monk didn't put out too much pressure, but some of the monks can be, they can kill you in 1 second. So that's the sort of stuff where in reality you have no way of, not even the best players in the world could probably account for that unless they really like just pre-walled it, knowing that they were going to have a proc there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play you the full clip from start to finish with all our commentary on. Okay, you ready?
Breath into caps on melee and lasso the healer.
From me?
I do it now.
Yeah. Lasso now. Incapped.
Nice. Time. Booting.
I'm feared. I got
Okay,
knocked.
he was
Nice. Rooting monk.
Can we go Pala?
Oh, he has freedom. He has freedom. Armbar.
I got it.
Okay, I hex. I ground.
She
I hex the monk.
Book the monk.
I kick the paladin.
Nice.
Nice. I stun heal out.
Nice.
With a clone.
Prepping.
Lasso Pala. Watch out for his shield of vengeance.
Rooting.
He wants the hodge.
From here. Oh no.
Slaying him. Slow.
Shooting Pala and yeah, let's go priest.
Yeah. Hey, I hex the monk. Hex monk.
Dispel.
I don't.
Dispel.
I hex the monk now.
Watch me. Careful. On Baba. It's on Baba. Dead.
I ground.
No.
Nice. Okay, we live. We're fine.
A wall.
We're fine. No.
Ah, dude,
She bonk?
well, he's got his all. Look at his all. I can lasso
Yeah,
whenever.
okay.
She Pala.
That is bad.
Caps on.
So close. I need to clone him. Yeah. Okay.
She Pala again.
Nice. Clone healer full. Let's go.
Yeah, we go and carry then.
Yes.
Okay, I lasso him now
Me
then.
clone healer.
I'm down. They can't stop.
Clone healer.
Got freedom.
Clone
back.
healer. It's full.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shields in the 13. Coming to the side now.
Yeah.
Kick my games.
Oh my god. Oh, that's a big
Coming.
burst from monk. Clone monk for a sec.
Yes, do.
Do you want to kill Pala?
We go healer now.
Yeah.
Shipping.
Clone monk. Nice. Root monk.
Shipping him. Do
What's
we
the fear?
have stun?
I'm back.
Yeah, I've got cap.
We
I
have
don't have
stun.
caps. I don't have caps on. I can hex him though. Hex him full.
Prepping.
Hex him full. And I lasso.
He kept
Okay,
me.
nice.
He kicked me.
Oh. Vortex him. No knock. Clone monk full.
Hitting Paladin on sack.
Yes.
Okay.
She healer.
Everything's slowed. I've got caps on again, by the way.
I'll skin here.
A lasso maybe. He bubbled.
She healer
Clone
again.
healer full.
She bonk. She Pala now.
Yeah.
She Pala.
I see.
Slowing monk.
Sounds me. Drink
Grip.
it.
Nice.
I'm on.
Rooting them.
Oh fuck! I trigger. Tremor.
It's okay.
I lasso.
Dispel it. Nice.
Paladin had to lasso.
Clone.
They kick.
Can't clone
I hex the monk.
Here.
I got incapped.
Clone healer full.
Got the freedom.
Do you want to go the healer?
Yes, we go healer.
Okay, clone monk full.
Okay, watch out for the double stun here.
Knock me.
Kick them penance.
Prepping.
Nice. Rooting monk.
Stun everything on top of us.
Clone
Kick
Pala.
off his,
Okay.
kick off
Clone
his.
Pala.
APS.
Clone healer.
Can we go Pala?
She monk.
I'm trying to get. I got PI. I've got lasso
we
for this
can-
Pala if you want.
Kick me.
Might drink just for a second. Oh, I can't.
I lasso Pala.
No, I can't.
I hex him. Pala.
Alter.
Good. Clone Pala full.
Hitting monk.
Nice.
That's
Vortex monk.
Huge damage
Support.
from monk actually. Huge damage. He's
Stun.
dead.
Nice, wonderful.
Alright guys, this is the bonus clip that I was talking about beforehand. This is a game that went really well, went absolutely in our favour, kind of demonstrates the power of Ellie Mage, but essentially how we CC chained the double melee and then absolutely rinse the healer. Kind of what we wanted to do from the last game, but this is actually where it executed perfectly. Again, the opener starts the same, breath into cap stun, and then I will lasso onto the healer. We actually do a DR lasso, which I think works perfectly fine, and then I just pretty much press all my cooldowns and then just try and put out as much pressure as possible. So let's get started. Right, I'm moving over here. Again, I'm just attracting the melee. I'm just frost shocking them all, keeping them slowed. Obviously, I've got Chains of Ice on me, so that means I can't do anything. I also want to purge a little bit. I'm actually purging I want to purge the healer a little bit, but there we go. There's the Dragon's Breath into Capstun Totem. I select the sky, and I'm going to lasso off. There we go. Short DR lasso. It's an orc as well, so it is really reduced. I put down my flame shot. We get the big old dispel from the shaman there. I'm just chucking Stormkeeper, and I'm just doing as much damage as possible. We've got combust out and everything like that. I'm trying to get the lava burst out. We get stunned. I actually sit this. We get an insane kick, nature's kick on the shaman there as well. So there's a lot of damage. I kick the fleshcraft. I'm about to shoot a massive load of lava bursts out. He's about to get so many lava bursts, and then yeah, it just finishes him off. Very good game. Very, very easy and very, very quick. Just the pressure was good enough and the healing was good enough and that the kicks were good enough. We kicked the heal, we kicked the healing surge, we kicked the flesh craft, and yeah, and then obviously, you know, primordial wave, lava burst doing 5, 5, 5. Just took him down to the end, and that's how it works. And sometimes it can be that easy if you know what you're doing with the setup and everything like that. And I think it can be very, very useful. But anyway, guys, we're gonna play that one more clip and from start to finish, and hopefully you'll see it in real time and enjoy. So wait for the other slaying him, dragging them here.
Breath, double breath. Now.
Yeah.
Oh. Shift DK, shift DK, shift DK.
Lasso him off.
That's me.
Stand one more time. To Vortex.
I should
Kick him, kick him, kick him.
I'll skin here.
I kick this.
Almbachfaber. I'll trinket this.
He's dead.
Oh, please.
Nice.
Insane. Well played, well played. Yep, that's the end of the video, guys. That's the end of it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me down a follow. Do remember, though, that I am streaming on Twitch as well. If you want to see me live on Twitch, please do check me out. Please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try my best to get as much YouTube content out as possible using absolutely everything on the streams as well. So, going to really try and get some useful information out there for you guys. Hopefully it will help you out, especially with the LoL and WoW at the minute. I do understand it, you know, you might not be as interested anymore, but Arena is quite fun at the minute, especially with Elemental Shaman, and hopefully you enjoy it. But otherwise, guys, I will catch you in the next video. See ya.